How to avoid procrastination. Many students at the university make fun of their procrastination by asking, "Have you heard about the procrastination conference?" Despite the jokes made about it, some people actually battle with procrastination and find it difficult to organize their lives, repeatedly falling victim to the issue. The act of procrastinating can get out of control. Trying to do something and falling short of your goals can be discouraging and unpleasant, which can fuel further delays. Procrastinators tend to have lower life satisfaction, lesser success, and worse health, according to research on the topic. Procrastination is also linked to bad results. But before we begin, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for such amazing and informative videos. The good news is that there are effective strategies to start changing if you tend to procrastinate and you recognize yourself in these descriptions. This video will show you how. And also there's a special bonus for you at the very end. So make sure you watch the video until the end. 1. Employ time management strategies. Start managing your time more effectively by making an overview of your forthcoming chores, establishing guidelines for prioritizing them, and making plans. This won't directly solve your emotional pain or avoidance, but it can act as a preventative measure. Your mental state will become more under control as a result, and you'll be less likely to feel the urge to put something off. When you make time management schedules, there is a chance that the transparency of what you must do can cause fear and a sense of increased burden. Making a list of everything you need to accomplish and prioritizing and scheduling it will help you prevent this. Of course, you can't get everything done at once. The most crucial thing is to follow through with your plan. The most difficult aspect is certainly the last sentence. I suggest starting with modest chores and completing them in a systematic manner. Set a strict deadline, take a break, and then record your progress, or if you ended up doing something else instead. Let's imagine you decide to devote 15 minutes to writing an essay. If you can maintain your attention for that long, you might want to double the session the following time. Instead of giving yourself an overwhelming amount of work that makes you put it off altogether, the goal of this technique is to help you realize what goals are. Setting tiny goals for oneself may be especially beneficial for long-term endeavors without intermediate deadlines. In this circumstance, numerous other difficulties may interfere and demand immediate attention, detracting from future successes. For example, I'm thinking about freelancers who have to gradually develop their own products. The fact that time management is rational and cognitive is a significant flaw. It doesn't offer suggestions for avoiding situations and controlling the emotional distress that leads to procrastination. Emotional self-regulation, mindfulness, focusing on your strengths, as well as more therapeutic methods, are some strategies to combat the underlying causes of procrastination. Next, let's discuss each of these. 2. List the things you're avoiding. Avoiding anything out of emotional distress is known as procrastination. Every person has different procrastination triggers. While breaking terrible news can be unpleasant for anyone, for some it also involves having to buy a gift or call a friend. Try journaling every day for a week or more to assist you become more conscious of what motivates your procrastination if you're not sure what it is. Our emotions are not always conscious to us. You might use your notebook to pinpoint the precise moments when you feel awful. You could notice a pattern in the kinds of duties and tasks that tend to cause you to put things off. There are many things that might cause emotional discomfort, such as the worry that you'll disappoint someone, the concern that an activity would take up all of your time. So ascertain what it is for you specifically. If you notice a pattern, you might be able to take practical action. For instance, it could be able to assign the duty you inherited to another person, arrange events differently, or enlist the assistance of others. Instead of evading, perhaps you might come up with a workable plan to carry out this activity. Unfortunately, recognizing avoidance and looking for outside solutions to problems is frequently insufficient to quit delaying. Sometimes even though you know you shouldn't ignore a chore, you continue to put it off. Furthermore, despite knowing you must complete the assignment since you are the only one who can do it, you don't. You must face your avoidance if you want to advance. 3. Face the avoidance you have. You must override your emotions in order to overcome procrastination. You might be able to put up with greater discomfort than you think. By taking things slowly, you might find that the item you avoided isn't as terrifying as you first thought. Often, even a tiny contribution is beneficial. Many people come to the realization that their avoidance was motivated by an overestimation of how awful the avoided activity would actually be after making a small dent in it. If you can merely begin, this is a first step in the correct path and will give you more confidence to take the next step. Be joyful when you avoid avoidance, and enjoy your success in starting. It might be helpful to pause before taking that first step and evaluate your capabilities on the one hand and the risks or costs of delaying on the other. Consider what you've done well so far or what can be done better the next time without being too harsh on yourself. This will help you avoid being harsh and hating yourself for not achieving something. This does not entail making excuses for your behavior or blaming it on others or the circumstances. Think about the lessons you took away from this initial avoidance experience and how you might handle it better the next time. It could be simpler to accept that success is often only achievable after a few failures if your main goal is learning rather than achieving something. 4. Control your feelings. Once you've faced your avoidance and started the task, you can focus on raising your mood while you do the unpleasant or feared chore. You might think of ways to make a task less unpleasant when only some concentration is required, but it still needs to be completed. For instance, dance and listen to music while cleaning. Once you are aware of your sentiments, you may control your emotions in a variety of ways. This entails finding ways to make the activity more enjoyable as well as upregulating positive effect in addition to downregulating negative effect. One piece of advice is to constantly remind oneself that the activity is just the means to an end. It might be worthwhile to suffer a little in order to achieve this aim. People frequently experience feelings of isolation while they battle their avoidance. Do not assume that you are the only one who delays gratification. Other people's assistance can make things easier. Maybe you might issue a challenge to others to face and overcome their procrastination with you in a cooperative group effort. What if you tried everything listed here and your issues persisted? One solace is that you might have been forcing yourself to perform. Or perhaps the truth is that you are incapable of finishing this task? Be sensible. Perhaps you have more options than you think. People occasionally try to appear flawless to others. For whom are you carrying out this awful task? Are there any alternative jobs that might be more appropriate for you? Sometimes it's a choice and a relief to give up. Be aware of the justifications behind your choices. As promised earlier, here is the special bonus idea for you. Procrastination may be an indication of more serious issues. Last but not least, it's important to be conscious that your procrastination may be a symptom of a larger pattern of harmful avoidance that you can address. If you notice a trend like this, it could be a good idea to get professional assistance to alter your feelings, beliefs, and behaviors and create new habits. You might benefit from a therapy strategy with more extensive instruction. There are therapists who specialize in assisting clients with overcoming avoidance and procrastination in general. Did you learn something new about how to avoid procrastinating that you didn't know before? We hope you did. Please check the link in the description for our merch also because there's something very special for you in it. So, if you're interested in learning more amazing ideas, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get notified by our new videos. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to comment down your views on this. Thanks for watching till the end.